Well, that side's real. Hi, guys. I just forgot to check the hair before I got on. I normally pull my seat back, but the dog's behind me, so I can't really move back. So kind of stuck with me right in the screen. Hey, I just want to check in and see how everybody's doing. How's the energy flowing with you? I know that there's a lot of solar flares. The shaman scale is all over the place. We have a new moon coming up on the 12th, along with the solar eclipse. We will be able to see it here on the East Coast, the northern East Coast in New York, but we'll only see part of it. It's not going to be over the top of us. I think it's supposed to be over the top of like Spain and stuff. In fact, we've got friends that just flew out to Spain and stuff so that they could, they're going to be bird watching and watching the eclipse and wine tasting. Sounds like a great trip to me. Anyhow, just checking in because it's been a while. And, I haven't been on much. Um, I don't know if I want to be doing every day because I'm pretty much just checking in with people's energies and seeing, who's got what going on. And this week I just celebrated my 71st birthday. My son's birthday was the following day. My daughter-in-law's birthday is the 9th. My mother's birthday would have been the 24th. My grandfather's would have been the 31st. Yeah, we have a lot of August birthdays, along with the boyfriend's son and his late brother were born in August. Also have two wedding anniversaries, my son's and his wife's, and the boyfriend's son and his wife. So a lot of activity for us for August. Neither one of us, our sons live close by. One's in Arizona and one's in a Finger Lakes area of New York. So we've kind of got everybody scattered. But I know that the last two nights I haven't slept much at all. I don't know if it's been very muggy and hot at night. 70 degrees is a little warm for me for sleeping. So, and I don't like running the air at night. I'll run it during the day, but I don't like running it at night, just because then it winds up messing with my sinuses and stuff. But so that's pretty much that part. Let me see what else is new. Not a heck of a lot. I've been trying to stay out of trouble, but that doesn't always work, you know. So we've got political stuff coming up, 3 months or 3.5 months till election day. What is it? November 3rd, I think, is election day here in the States. So make sure you're registered to vote. Double check your registration because they are trying to purge some people off the voting ballots. So double check every month. I've been checking every month. I'm still on. So I'll be going to a town hall on Saturday in East Aurora at the one of the churches on the address is 94 Buffalo Street in East Aurora for Aaron Geese. So if you haven't heard of him, please check him out. We need somebody who is, he's more of a, he's not taking PAC money. And I think, frankly, I don't know if it's really people that are democratic socialists, such a bad word, that are winning, or if it's the fact that they're not taking PAC money. So look for people that aren't taking the corporate money. You know, you're going to get more of somebody that wants to work for you, not somebody that's in the pockets of corporations. that's the only way we're going to get rid of the corrupt government that we have. And that's on both sides, left and right. I think everybody knows that I'm a Democrat. So, but I'm a moderate Democrat. I'm not a progressive. And there's a difference. But to keep this party together, we need to come together and work for the common good of all of us, not just the high and mighty. So, but that's it on politics. And I do have openings for spiritual counseling and readings and, anything else. So there's the number. Yeah, I always get a little confused there. There's the number you can reach me at. That is my Magic Jack that's attached to my computer. If I'm not home, it takes a message. I return messages. I try not to give out, unless you're a personal friend, I try not to give out my cell phone number because, one, it doesn't have voicemail. I haven't hooked it up, even though it says the voicemail is full. I don't have it hooked up. And that's the way I want to keep it. I want my phone to be a phone, my cell phone to just be, what I need when I'm out. I'll check messages and stuff on there from my Yahoo account, my Gmail account. Other than that, I'm not, like right now, my cell phone's upstairs because I've got the home phone attached to the computer. So that's how I do that. But, anybody that is trying to improve what they feel is out of whack, you can either get a Reiki session or, I also work with crystals. I work with aromatherapy, tuning forks, and color therapy. So, whichever way you want to do it. Tarot card reading. And I'll say before, I can throw the same cards for two different people and give you two totally different messages because it's whatever spirit is giving me. Now, this past 2 weeks was the anniversary of my brother's passing 2 years ago. And he's been very chatty, so to speak, and feathers galore all over the place. Don't know, because usually him and I would call each other on our birthdays. My brother would have been 80 last or 2 years ago, so he would be 82 because there's 11 years between us. But I miss him, But we have to remember that just because we don't see them in the physical realm does not mean they're not with us, because they are. They watch over us all the time. But also our spirit guides and guardian angels cannot help. If we're in trouble and we need help, you have to ask them, because we all have free will and they can't intervene unless we ask. So, if you want help, ask them, call them in, even if you don't know them by name. Thankfully I know mine. I think we've got a couple more that have jumped in, but I have two main spirit guides and guardian angel that I usually work with. Been using the pendulums, been using my dowsing rods. Those are interesting to use. I'm just getting used to using those, and that's quite telling when you see and ask questions. But also when you work with that type of stuff, always circle yourself with the white light of the Holy Spirit, and don't let anything negative come into your space. Keep yourself protected at all times, because sometimes we do have those little spirits that like to jump in, and they're not for our highest good, and we don't want that. So, but anyhow, I've only been on almost 10 minutes. So I'm doing laundry and cleaning and house sitting for a neighbor. And so I got my hands full. Tomorrow night, boyfriend's going to take me out for my birthday dinner. Probably go to Blackwater Tavern, and I'm going to probably have prime rib because that's what I like, is prime rib. I'm a big steak person, even though my cholesterol probably says, "Oh, you shouldn't be," you know. But my cholesterol's not that high. In fact, my good cholesterol is 78, and so the whole total I think is like 210, 220, which isn't. My sisters and my brothers was running over 700. So yeah, that's an issue. But I won't allow them to put me on any medication. I just take iodine drops in my orange juice. So that's how that goes. I'm also started taking, because I noticed that I was losing. I don't know if I can. I was losing my hair through here. So I started taking, it's companies called Beam, and the stuff I get is Glow, and there's one little bug in here. Um, and I mix it with a little bit more coconut water or water, either one. Um, and I drink that throughout the day along with a lot of other waters. It's got a lot of vitamins and herbs and minerals in it for you. Um, and I noticed that, these two spots up here, I'm getting more hairs coming in. And so that's one of the reasons I started to take it, was because I noticed, and they were saying that that was supposed to help. So I thought, okay, I'll try that. And it's only for women. Jen she used to do no demo Reno on HGTV. Um, but I don't know, HGTV is doing weird things. And half the programs that we liked, they canceled. Um, I liked it better when Scripps owned them. And now I think it's Warner Brothers or somebody that owns them. And with them trying to do their little merger and stuff's just been stupid. So, but usually that's what I usually watch. I'm not watching regular news um, because here in Buffalo, Channel 2 has gotten rid of so many people. Channel 4 now is in Trump's pocket. So CBS, sorry, won't watch you. I'm trying to figure out how to watch the Bills game because a lot of the games are on CBS, um, which kind of sucks. And then also Channel 7 who is owned by Scripps, is making all these changes and laying off a bunch of people. And it's like, people aren't watching regular TV. We don't feel like paying for your commercials, and we don't feel like doing this and doing that. So I watch programs on YouTube, which are usually, or live stream on Roku, which are usually my home improvement programs, my other tarot readers, astrology readers, and how-to stuff. I'm not one that is getting into. Well, I watch a couple of the podcasts that are political. Aaron Parnas is a great one to watch, and so is Heather Cox. I can't think of Heather's last name. Um, so I watch those two. I try to stick with the other news source if you want to watch it where it's not politically polarized, like Fox News. You can watch or read Ground News. Ground News does left leaning, right leaning, center leaning stories. They'll give you the aspect, they'll take one thing and here you go, that's your three coming up on it. So at least you're getting a more widened view, you know. because yeah, there's left-leaning programs and there's right-leaning programs. If you stay in the middle, it's more, this is what's happening, you know, this is what you can do to help. Get involved with your elections, get involved with the voting elections. uh, I used to work them, and it ticks me off when I see people saying, "Oh, the elections." No, they're not. They're not rigged. Although, you know, it depends on who's doing what, because we do know Starlink messed with some of the elections last time. But anyhow, if you work the elections, you can see how your area does things. Okay, are we Democrats in favor of ID? Yes, but not to jump through hoops trying to say that women need 5 forms of ID to prove they're citizens because their birth certificate and their driver's license don't match. Mine do, because I went back to my maiden name after my divorce. So I'm one of the lucky ones. Women nowadays, I'm just telling them, don't take your husband's name. Plain and simple. Don't take their name. Women do not allow men to control you. We're not going backwards, we're going forwards. And women need to remember that. We didn't fight like hell to get women's rights, voting rights, healthcare rights, and everything else. We are moving into a matriarchy, not a patriarchy. And it doesn't mean that we're getting rid of men. It means we are getting rid of the male ego power trips. Women can run this country. We have done it. Who balances the checkbooks? I've always taken care of my checkbooks. I take care of our joint account. And that's another thing. Don't give up your checking account or your savings account, ladies. When you get married, you keep your account, you let him have his account, and you have a joint account. Household bills go into the joint account. You're spending your money. He's spending his money. That's how we do it. That's how women are going to take our power back and control things. We need to do what's best for us and our families, because the men are really screwing things up. So, but anyhow, anywho, now I'm almost 20 minutes on. So, as I said before, watch your energy, ground yourself, circle yourself, because a lot of energies are coming in, and you're going to be wondering, is that my energy? Is that somebody else's energy coming at me? Because I know I can't be in a full room with a lot of other people, because I'm picking up, because I'm an empath, I pick up everybody's energy. So a lot of times I have to put a border up on me before I go in to someplace that I don't want to be whacked at. So anyhow, watch the new moon on the 12th. Watch your energy. There's some funky stuff coming up. Let's just put it that way. So you all have a great day, and I will catch you all later. Peace out.